standard. The middle is a little tricky because it's kind of closed off. So you always want to be engaging like in the open areas
Hmm.
outside the zone Naga tower. Other than that, it plays out like a pretty standard macro map. If you get really close positions, then it can be really hard, and you have to be very worried about early gateway pressure.
Hmm.
But if you get cross positions or like close by air positions, then I think it plays out pretty standard.
This is probably one of the maps where I do like to Muta because I feel like it's a super defensible natural. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, this is definitely one of the better Mutalisk maps because you can just get up a bunch of spines, and you're right, it's relatively safe. And then the other mains are pretty far away from your opponent usually, so it's good to get a third base far away from your opponent and then go Mutas on this map.
We've seen some cute things from some of the Korean pros with just, and I'm sure other players as well have tried this. But I think Fruit Dealer notably got a Nidus Worm in the mid game and just took both islands right away. What do you think about that kind of style?
It can work well. It's a little gimmicky, I think. Like if the Protoss doesn't realize what's going on and he doesn't act right, then it's gonna work really well. But I don't know. I don't usually really use that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but, ooh, I know this is kind of a famous question that noobs love to ask pros, but how do you feel about the Nidus Worm?
I think it's a great cheese tool. Like if someone's going Forge Expand, uh, you can get Lings out, kill the probe, rush for a lair, and then rush for a Nidus and get mass Lings, and then try to hide it in his base, and then
Yeah.
you can kill him. I think it can be useful late game against Terran if you're like in a situation where Terran's camping really hard and you need to attack different places. Then the Nidus can be really useful to spread them out.
Hmm.
Other than that, mm, I don't know. I think it the units on creep are so fast, and the Nidus, they hear the sound when it goes up, so it's gonna be, you can use it once and then they'll always know about it. And
Yeah.
most people make pylons around their base, so for mid-game situations, I don't really
Yeah. I've been pretty
like it that
unenthralled with it
much.
as an attacking unit. I think it's got some, I mean, the cute things that you can do with it, but just from my perspective alone, it just feels very cutesy. Not much more. I
It's
should play my
very,
queen, huh?
very situational. Like, it can work out really well in some games, and then in other games, it's just gonna not do anything.
Yeah. Oh shit, who's gonna let me in? Yeah, I played a ZvP last night against Void Ray Colossus, where I Nidus to both islands and just made like 50 mutas. And it was
Yeah, I
like the
think
most
against
satisfying thing ever.
Void Ray Colossus, it could be really good because that's a very slow unit composition. So drops or Nidus I think are good choices against that style. I think you want to have your links scout a little bit more. Like early game ZvP, I just want to see like what is he doing with his gateway and his core. How much is he chrono boosting? What units are coming out? Because it gives you a lot of information about
Oh, I missed an overlord big time. That hurts.
what's possibly coming next.
So I'm gonna throw down a third hatchery because I totally supply bot myself. Is that a bad response?
No, don't. Yeah,
That is a bad response.
yes. Because you even want to make two overlords right now because your injects you have an inject, so you're gonna max out really fast if you hold down the D button.
Alright. That was a pretty big mistake.
I think with double injects, you should not get a third hatchery early because you're gonna be able to spend your money no problem. So I take it you're gonna go Mutas this game because of the double gas.
No, I was still gonna play the roach style. I just got the second gas because my queen was like everything was a little off this game, so I'm trying to make up for it. That way. Actually, I kind of discourage people from going Muta, and I don't. I mean, I would love to go Muta every game, but it feels very dangerous to me. And see here, he's gonna actually push out.
Not necessary. Yeah, you want to keep checking on that army. Looks like he is now. So, just make, yeah, roaches. In a situation like this, you want to use the larva at your natural first, because you know he's gonna possibly force field the ramp.
So if I were to use my queens sacrificially to just kind of try to keep him out in front, would that be a good sacrifice?
I would always try to keep them alive.
I always try to keep them.
And now, with
So
these roaches, I would,
so we're safe,
I've put,
right?
yeah, you're safe. So, this is where you want to get those drones in again. Like, don't try not to over-respond and have like 12 roaches against, you know,
Yeah,
3 zealots and 6 sentries.
So when do I want to go think about gases and evo chambers?
I think right now is a good time to just mass drone and get 2 evos.
All right.
This is really the stage of the game where you have a little bit of time,
Yeah,
and you don't have to
freedom.
feel super pressured, because those first few roaches give you a lot of safety, because it's a pretty buff unit against zealot sentry combinations.
How do you feel about the third queen that I'm not really
I think
using?
it's nice. It's safe against possible air builds. It helps defend. So I think it's nice to get one of those if you don't know what Pros is doing. You're not getting Overlord speed, by the way.
Good call.
This would be a good time to take a third base and get your third and fourth gas up. And, you know, this is also using your larva is important right now. I think this game you have made way more drones than last game. So
Yeah,
I think right now you're good. So you can switch to units. Actually, you have to switch to units.
Spoiler alert. I'm on roaches.
Don't waste those. Don't. Nice.
Burrow for the win.
Yeah, Burrow is so amazing. Like, you burrow 5 roaches and he has to be a little bit worried now. You missed an Overlord. Really nice to get those sentries.
Bad macro is bad.
Yeah, just keep macroing. Send over some drones to your third base, preferably from your main, because you have a lot there. The second armor upgrade needs to be going. You do see he's going Colossus, so this is a good Spire timing as well. Like right now you don't have a lot of gas, so this would be the perfect time to go like, okay, I'm gonna make 40 links. I wanna get my Spire.
Okay.
Like I just kinda let it depend on stuff like that. Like I need gas right now, I'll just make links.
That's a pretty awesome tip.
But I think your droning has been very good this game. So you should feel a lot more comfortable than you did last game.
And what about hive timing? Like I've played quite a few ZvPs lately where I just get my infestation pit at the same time as my spire.
I think it's not a bad idea. I think with the economy you have right now, you're at 51 drones. If I were to go hive, I would like 65 drones at least, just because it's going to be expensive. So if you want to go fast hive, I would squeeze out another 10 to 15 drones and then go hive. Just try to have the 8-9 corruptors in time in case he decides to push out.
It's gonna be more like 7. Oh, it's gonna be like 2, because I'm so good at making overlords.
Making overlords is hard, man.
Fuck my life. It's alright, I only need 2.
You gotta mine gas on your third, by the way.
Yeah, good call. Make that mistake all the time. I think a lot of lower level players like me do, though. Not that it's okay. Alright, so I just spent all my gas on corruptors, on my extra minerals, on drones.
Your 2-2 is almost done, so you see his early push didn't really do much, so I think right now you're in a good situation to get 9 corruptors, then max some roaches and do a push. And then you can time the hive and the greater spire, so that after your attack you could possibly make brood lords.
Alright. Was that 4th timing decent early?
That 4 timing is nice, yes. I think that's enough corruptors for sure.
Yep. Alright, so this is when I want to start getting aggressive again, right?
Yeah, this is a good time to think about, you know, attacking, harassing, trying to get good positions. Just be ready to remax and don't miss injects.
Oh, fuck that. The force field is so good.
Watch out with your links. It's good to yeah, sniping the nexus is nice. You can remax on roaches really fast.
Greater Spire would be sweet, huh?
I think you can you killed like 2 colossus, so you can feel like you can keep pushing here. And when you engage, you should always try to send the corruptors in first, or at least at the same time.
I wish I could blink.
Blink is a nice skill.
Man, I like these early upgrades.
Yeah, they really help against units like
I
stalkers.
can't tell if I'm ahead in upgrades, but I feel like I am. So I'm gonna start saving up gas for brood lords. Should I make any more drones? I feel like my 4th is undersaturated.
You could make maybe 10 more.
I'm gonna save the money and use the supply for broods.
When my greater spire is almost done, I usually try to time it so I do 1 push, use my corruptors to kill the colossus that he has at that time, and then I will morph to brood lords. But you know, this is fine too.
Should I use these extra larvae on lings, I guess? Any harm in that?
No harm on that at all. Lings are always nice.
Cause I sort of feel like they stop being. Oh shit. I feel like they sort of stop being effective after Colossus get out.
Alright, I think this is a good push window when your brood lords are first done.